Good about 5,000 strong here at Carver Hawkeye. We're underway. Kurt Frost and Rick Stahl will be officiating today's contest. Head official Kurt Frost.
This Iowa squad tends to start fast. They're very offensive-minded, very aggressive. But going up against this Rutgers squad, there could be a little more tentativeness in either squad tonight because one mistake can lead to a fall quickly.
Gilman on the side of the mat over there trying to get some. It's going to be out of bounds. Back to the center they go. Right away, going in after the ankle and taking it is Gilman. Takes him down and gets his 2. 2-0 Thomas Gilman.
McCabe quickly gets out of that one. Gilman back on the attack again. Trying to gain some semblance of control.
Working on the side of the mat again. It was take him down, let him up so far for Gilman. Takes him down again, and just like that, 6-2 for the junior in the lineup.
That was a great display of strength by Gilman there. Had him up almost in an airplane there for a second, and then slammed him to the ground.
And to finish that double leg takedown, and getting back up to his feet now is McCabe. Out of bounds, back to the center they'll go. Thomas Gilman ranked the number 2 wrestler in the country. The number 18th wrestler in the country in McCabe, but 6-2 lead right now.
Rutgers, of course, new to the Big Ten, and they're seeing already that Big Ten is always stiff competition in wrestling. They'll be turning around right after this, going back home and hosting Nebraska.
McCabe this time decides to go in and shoot, but a good counteract in there by Gilman. Gilman going heavy on the head. Going to be a warning for stalling in there on McCabe as he was backing off towards the side of the mat. Shooting in now. Could be a stalemate opportunity here. Both have the ankle. McCabe coming off one of the biggest wins of his career. Thomas Gilman just trying to stay the track. He's pretty well so far. You hear the Hawkeye fans yelling because McCabe does have his back close to the ground. If there's a way for Gilman to get out, and there is none, it's going to be a stalemate. Back to the center they go.
They had broken the 90 degrees, but you couldn't say that Gilman had full control in that situation.
7-3, it's a lead right now for Gilman. He has been just dominant, diving in there, getting the takedowns. Another one comes now. He's done a pretty good job at being so quick in there, being able to get them without problems.
If you keep getting takedowns, you're likely going to win a match. No question about that.
Staying at his knees is McCabe, and that ends the first period. 9-3, a big lead so far for Gilman. Gilman hasn't been afraid to work offensively. And hear the Iowa coaching staff tell him, you keep working, you don't stop now. Kind of a head throw there, but Gilman didn't have full control of the head and couldn't get anything going. It's going to be an escape in there for McCabe now. Thomas Gilman 9, McCabe 4 here in the second period. Minute 30 left to go in the second period.
McCabe thus far is holding his own. He hasn't gotten flustered by the early offense from Gilman.
And it's another warning for stalling, and it's going to be a point for Thomas Gilman. They're going to say leave it the side of the mat. McCabe wasn't trying to move back to the center. 10-4 the score now. Minute 13 left to go in the second period. First match features two ranked opponents. We'll only see it one other time, and that will be at 133 pounds, the next match on slate.
McCabe's respect for Gilman's speed maybe was trying to keep him in that neutral position, standing upright.
Can he finish? Not giving him the two yet. Still not giving him the two. Hear the fans yelling. McCabe doing a good job counteracting, but Gilman ends up getting the 2-point takedown. Gilman 54-9 career overall ranking record. An All-American a season ago. Finished 4th at the NCAA championships as a sophomore. Open for bigger and better things. I know here in his junior year. Now upperclassman.
He seems to be really one of the vocal leaders of this team as well.
That'll end the second. Gilman's choice now to start the third period. 12-4. Gilman's got the major decision. If things hold out right now. Again, he has scored bonus points in every single match that he has wrestled so far. Gilman up to his feet. Saying him back down now is McCabe.
Gilman trying to break that waist lock all the way across the mat. McCabe just couldn't quite get him down.
Back in the down position will go Gilman. 1:43 left to go in the third here. 12-4. Iowa's Gilman leads Rutgers McCabe. An awkward position here, and it's going to be a warning for stalling on McCabe. It will be a point now for Gilman. Gilman going to try to get the reversal. Still a hold of the ankle as McCabe. Potentially dangerous is the call. The coaching staff over there for the Scarlet Knights is telling McCabe, if you get another stalling call, you're disqualified from the match. Can't get another one. He's had 5. He's had 4, rather. Once you get that 5th, that's going to be when you're disqualified from the match. One escape now for Thomas Gilman. With a minute left to go in the third, a 10-point lead in the match.
I think McCabe maybe gave him that escape just a little too easily. It didn't look like Gilman had to exert a great amount of effort.
McCabe decides to shoot this time. Can't finish it, though. Gilman's going to get another 2. Lets him up quickly. Going to try to get to that tech fall range. Gets another 2 now. 18-5, 30 seconds. Not a lot of time to work with so far. Gilman's already scored 4 points. He's going for 6, all within the last 40 seconds. 18-6 now. He's got 20 seconds left trying to get to the tech fall. 20-6. And you hear Coach Tom Brand say, keep him down. 9 seconds. You already have a point coming from the riding time. A minute 25 is the riding time right now. 20-6. And with the riding time, the first match goes to Iowa. And it comes with a tech fall for Thomas Gilman. His second so far of the year. It took all 7 minutes for Gilman, but he put 5 points on the board for the Iowa Hawkeyes. On to 133 now, another couple of ranked wrestlers. Cory Clark supporting the black and gold, and the scarlet, Anthony Geraldo. Geraldo, a red-shirted freshman, 7-3 so far in the year, and is ranked number 17th in the country. Cory Clark supporting that number 2 ranking.
Cory Clark most recently coming off of a victory last Friday night against South Dakota State, while Geraldo coming off a tough loss, 6-1 against Cornell.
Cory Clark was one of the bright spots of the NCAA tournament for this Iowa Hawkeye team. Went to the finals, kept the tradition alive as Iowa has had a wrestler in the finals for a number of years. 26 consecutive, to be exact. And trying to get the first takedown here is Geraldo, the freshman out of Gutenberg, New Jersey. Stalemate, back to the center they go. Minute 49 left to go in the first. Zero, zero. Still finding from their feet. First one to take a shot was Geraldo, but wasn't able to finish it. Stalemate was the call. This Rutgers team right now is coming off one of the hardest parts of its schedule coming up, rather, as you got number 2 Iowa today traveling back home. They will tomorrow morning, and then on Saturday, the number 4 wrestling team in the country, Nebraska, will come to town. And then you got the Midlands right around the corner. This is the real gauntlet for the Scarlet Knights. And they did have a week-long break in between the grapple at the Garden. Cornell and George Mason and Rutgers made up that. And since then, it has been dormant for Rutgers. This is their first meet since November. The end of November. Leg way up high. Trying to finish with the 2. Doesn't have it yet. Clark's still got the armor on there.
The referee's going to watch this one closely. Is he trying to score points or is he trying to hurt his opponent? Clark
brings it up high, trying to roll through as Clark can't quite. It's going to be a takedown for the freshman, Geraldo.
Clark's in trouble. Geraldo controlling the elbow right now, has the waist.
End of the first period, 3 minutes into this match, and Clark is trailing 2-0. It's going to be his decision, and he'll choose down. Try to get some points out of the ordeal.
Clark showed good toughness in that round, though. Bounced around on one foot for quite a large amount of time. Played from a defensive position. Only gave up 2 points.
When you're the freshman wrestling, the junior, the number 17 wrestler wrestling, the number 2 as Clark gets out and get the 1. Sometimes the biggest thing you're afraid of is go in, get those first points, but Anthony Geraldo, not afraid, dives in there, gets a takedown, and he leads the match right now 2-1 after Clark was able to get out to start the second period.
Well, and it's a sound strategy, match intensity with intensity. That might be what they have to do to get some victories here.
Working on the side of the mat. Clark moving them back in. Both wrestlers wrestling off their knees.
Clark's limited with what he can do right now. He has to stay inside the cylinder if he's going to try to score any points.
Out of bounds, and it's going to be a warning for stalling on Anthony Geraldo. Back to the center they go. We saw the stalling call hurt McCabe in the first match. It's going to be a takedown for Gilman. He takes back control of the match, 3-2. Down to 50 seconds left to go in the second period now. 5-0 team score after a tech fall coming from Thomas Gilman.
He's trying to push through his hips right now to roll Geraldo over. Geraldo not giving an inch.
An academic All Big Ten selection a season ago was Patrick.
Brands exchanging words with Goodale.
An escape No, I'm sorry. It's going to be a stalling call in there on Geraldo, and it will be 1 point for Clark.
Somewhat unorthodox, Clark using his head to drive that arm forward.
And right now the scoreboard here in Carver Hawkeye Arena says 5-2. Now they just fixed it back to 4-2, as it should be, giving him 2 points when Clark was only supposed to get 1. Geraldo's decision, he'll take neutral. Cory Clark goes in for the shot right away. This was the position last time that a stalemate was called.
He got his hips turned over.
No 2 points given yet. Still control of the ankle is Geraldo. Has to let go. Working in the center of the mat now. Minute 24 left to go in the match. A 4-2 lead for Iowa's Clark.
Geraldo just hanging on for dear life on that ankle.
Really fighting in there. He is not letting Clark. And now he does. 2 points for Cory Clark. 6-2 now. Clark also has 50 seconds of riding time right now. He'll have another point coming his way if he can hold him down for now 5 more seconds. Back points. Near fall opportunity.
Once again, pinning his elbow down with his head.
4 points coming for the near fall. 10-2, an 8-point lead. Tell you what, Clark has been known all year long to have slow starts, but man, does he bring it in the third period. He's still raring, ready to go. Looks like he could go a fourth period as Geraldo looks absolutely gassed on the bottom now. Down to 8 seconds.
Clark looked to shoot the half there for a second. Still got the arm.
(11-2). Another win for the Hawkeyes, and it comes with bonus points. A 9-0 team lead for Iowa. And now we jump to 141 pounds, and Iowa's going to send a junior out there. Topher Carton is going to do the wrestling at 141 pounds. Coach Brands put on the lineup guard either Logan Ryan, the freshman, or Topher Carton, the junior, could go. And Carton's going to be called to action, going against a pretty good wrestler on the other side. Anthony Ashnault's the number 3 wrestler in the country right now.
He's no stranger to success. He had an undefeated high school career. 4 years in a row, won a championship at 4 different weights. Very impressive.
Topher Carton, a 4-1 record wrestling for Iowa. Playing the center of the mat now. Topher Carton out of Rock Island, Illinois. Davenport Assumption High School, 35-11 career record.
Hasn't been in action since a victory against Upper Iowa.
Redshirted freshman Ryan has had some troubles at that 141-pound bout, and he's gone back and forth with a couple of wrestlers, and Coach Tom Brands gave Topher Carton the chance to go out there today. It's going to be a takedown for ashnault. Ashnault, a perfect 9-0, looking to get to double digits for the first time in his sophomore year. Starting to get the near fall now. He's got 4. Hasn't been awarded him yet. Now he is. 6-0 lead. A minute, 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the match now. Carton getting up to his feet. Trying to take it back down to the mat now is Ashnault.
Difficult to break Ashnault's grip when he's constantly changing it. It makes it hard for Carton.
Has had 3 falls so far in the year. 2 of them has come in his last 2 meetings. Dylan Raputo from Cornell, as Ashnault was able to pin him 5 minutes, 14 seconds. It's been a lot of bonus points coming for Ashnault, too, out of South Plains, New Jersey. So many on this roster are out of New Jersey. Over 80% of this roster originates right there in the New Jersey area. 24 wrestlers. Something that head coach Scott Goodale really promotes. And you see it all over. A lot of talent as far as wrestling is concerned in the state of New Jersey.
Sign of good recruiting there by Goodale. Really putting together a strong program.
(6-1) here in the second.
Carton looking for a power move there for a second.
Takes him back down to the mat. And he's really starting to get Ashnault out of his rhythm. Ashnault trying to get up now. Up high is Carton.
Ashnault in almost a helpless position right now.
Yeah. Might be an opportunity for a stalemate of some sort, and the Iowa fans are looking for a stall call. And it's going to be the first warning coming to Anthony Ashnault. So far, all 3 Rutgers wrestlers have been hit with some form of stalling.
Trying to disrupt the rhythm of the Hawkeye wrestlers.
They're working on the side of the mat, down to 27 seconds left to go in the second.
This crowd cheering for an upset.
Back to the center, topher Carton will still be in the top position. Ashnault still trying to escape now. Caution on Ashnault, the bottom guy in that instinct. Scarlet Knights are ranked the number 11th team in the country and actually down 1 spot. It's going to be another caution now on Ashnault on the bottom guy. That's back-to-back.
Rutgers can do a lot of good for their cause if they have a good showing here tonight and then turn around and have another one versus Nebraska.
Potentially dangerous is the call. Carton was completely off the ground and Ashnault was up on his feet. Rutgers, though, down 1 spot. They did crack the top 10 last week, sitting at number 11 now, and many of the coaches are saying they should be even higher than what they are. I know Iowa's coach Don Brand says this is a very good wrestling team that's ranked number 11. And now topher Carton almost with a chance to get some back points all around. They're going to give the escape. They're not going to give him the takedown. As the horn went off, Iowa coach Rutgers coaching staff rather was looking for the two for the reversal. It's just going to be an escape. We'll take one more look at it in between our break here, and it's hard to tell with we don't have the timer on there, so.
Directly after that, had it gone longer, it could have been a reversal in the favor of Ashnault as well. It's a really difficult call.
7-1. It's still Ashnault with a decision lead right now, but really, if you're Topher Carton, you're just looking not to let up bonus points. If you can go up against ranked opponents, not let up bonus points, that's what's huge in this lineup. Carton's in deep on the knee now.
Carton's had a good match thus far. Really hanging in there.
Up off the hip now. Ashnault also has the legs.
This is a tough position to get any points from.
Stay here too long, we might see a stalemate coming. Nope, official's not going to call the stalemate. Sees Carton start to get control. Nothing yet. 2 takedown for Topher Carton. 45 seconds left to go in the third. If you want to have any chance at winning this match, he's going to have to put him on his back, down by 4. It's going to be an escape now for Ashnault. 35 seconds. Not a lot of time to work with. 9-0. Iowa leads the team category.
I think Ashnault's had about enough of this match. I don't see him being too aggressive from this point out.
He already has a stall warning, so any more will result in points. Stalemate, back to go. 7 seconds now. Two, 1. That's going to be the final. Now Iowa's Topher Carton is going to get a point for riding time, but still it's going to be Ashnault who ends up getting the decision 8-4.
Ashnault doing a lot of his work early, but Carton really came on strong there in the second period, going on to the third.
If you're Iowa, right, that almost as a win, not to let up any bonus points in that bout. You had an unranked wrestler and you had a top 5 wrestler on the other side, but now we jump to 149. Another guy who likes to put some bonus points up for Iowa. And, yeah, he's trying to change that for Rutgers. Brandon Sorensen, a sophomore, the number 2 ranked wrestler in the country, and Tyson Dippery. Dippery, a sophomore, 7-3 so far in the season.
Sorenson, another one of the slew of All-Americans here at Iowa. Having another great year thus far.
Two sophomores going at it here in the 149-pound bout.
Dippery coming off a very close victory, 5-4 against Cornell.
Check down there for Sorensen. About 4,000 or so people here in Carver Hawkeye Arena. It's going to be an escape and back with a takedown now with Sorensen. That's why Iowa has led the country in attendance the last couple of years, but you felt the excitement in that 140-pound bout, but yet in the end it was Rutgers who ended up winning it anyway.
Yeah, if you listen to crowd noise, you would think that Carton had greater deal of momentum throughout the match, and he really did have a pretty strong offensive showing. Of course, Ashnault did a lot of his work early.
Deep on the leg, and another 2 points coming from Brandon Sorensen. Some publications have Sorensen the number 1 wrestler in the country. Some have him number 2. And we go off of Intermat rankings that have the Cedar Falls, Iowa native sitting at number 2 right now. A warning on the bottom man. So far, we're through into our fourth match. In every single match, we've had a warning for stalling or a stalling call on the Scarlet Knights.
They may have scouted the aggressiveness of this Iowa team and thought the one way to get them flustered is to try and wrestle a slow match.
It's one thing that, hey, Coach Tom Brands preaches so much is that go, go, go type of mentality. His teams in the last 10 years have definitely produced that. Really, Iowa as a whole within the last couple of decades. You see with Dan Gable back in that era. Down to 5 seconds. 6-2 Sorensen leads. Already has a minute 35 seconds in riding time in the first period.
Very dominant period there for Sorensen.
Choosing the top position will be Dippery.
Tom Brands and a couple of his wrestlers even spoke on it previously, saying that they hear the noise coming from the fans, wanting a more aggressive Iowa squad to come out, and so far they're looking just that way.
They have really come out of the chutes just firing. It's been real offensive match so far.
Dippery turning it up right now.
Out of bounds. Back they go. It will still be Sorensen on bottom. Minute 44 left to go in the second period. 9-3. So far, a couple of bonus points for Iowa. Rutgers getting the decision at 141 pounds now. A huge chance for Rutgers to make a little noise here. Getting a couple of
Sorensen could have just gotten his head loose. He could have driven forward with his hips, got himself into a pinning predicament, but he was also in a lot of danger in that situation as well.
And that was an instinct where Kurt Frost was counting out. You almost thought it looked like it was near fall the way Sorensen was, but he was counting out for the stall call. And Dippery's going to get called with the stall. He held on to the leg for too long, which is going to result in a point for Sorensen. Sorensen's going to pick up another one now with an escape. 8-2 now. Sorensen's got the head. He's going to try to get another one of his takedowns. Really made a name for himself a season ago, did Sorensen, coming up with some big wins. Obviously one of the biggest wins. There's a takedown right there against Jason Circe.
Good awareness by Dippery there to roll through, not stay on his back for more than just a split second.
At that time, Circe was the #1 wrestler in the country, and was right here at home against Northwestern. That Sorensen kind of hit the national stage like that. 30 seconds left to go in the second period. A 10-2 lead right now for Iowa Sorensen. Three seconds, not a lot of time. Taking him, trying to get some back points, nothing going. Good fight off his back there for Dippery, and it's going to be Brandon Sorensen's decision here, how they start the third. They'll do so in the neutral position.
We just saw the crowd get a rare smirk from Tom Brands calling for stalling.
Both have the ankles right now. Nobody with control. Iowa wanting the takedown. Hanging on to the waist is Dippery, not giving it up right now.
The left leg of Dippery is preventing the pin attempt.
Takedown. Another one. If you're going to try to get bonus points right now, you have the major decision. If you're Sorensen, he's been able to get those takedowns so well. He's going to let Dippery up and maybe try for a tech fall right now. He has the up against his Coach Tom Brands. He does have almost 2 minutes of running time, so he'll have a point coming that way. Going down with another takedown. Scored 4 points now just within about 10 seconds. Up again. Sorensen going to try to finish this one. 40 seconds, and he gets another one. So as long as he keeps him down, keeps riding him out for the last 30 seconds, the tech fall in hand.
Sorensen wrestling a really patient and intelligent strategy against Dippery.
Working on the side of the mat, takedown on the side, and that's the tech fall. 15 points, and just like that, about 5 points scored by Sorensen in the last 45 seconds. He was just absolutely dominant the last minute and a half.
He pretty much just had a feast, letting Dippery up